up, everybody? I'm Sal Kwani. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin, y'all. What are you doing over there, bro? The fuck? You Mr. Q? Oh, he doesn't even have the thing in. You don't even have your headphones in?
Well, I just sat down. I went to go get some water.
All right. Well, I already welcomed everybody, bro. I did your part.
Yeah, right.
I did.
Yeah, you
Let's
did.
do it again. Hey, everybody. I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele.
Oh, and welcome to Spitballing. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we really were recorded.
Oh, my bad. I went to go get some water, man. I was like, I'm thirsty. Let me go ahead and quench my thirst while this guy does his thing.
All right, Reg. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Yeah, that's it. All right. So
Nah, it's been a minute. It's good.
we got a guest
first
today.
before
We got some stuff to talk about. What do you
well,
have?
yeah. Well, I was gonna say real quick, we got to give a shout out to the New York
Uh,
Knickerbockers.
Dude, I didn't know how many Knicks fans are in LA, and they're very annoying. And every bar was packed for the game, and then a bar across the street, bar I'm working. A lot of New Yorkers here in LA. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of
congrats to
transplants.
them. I'm pissed they still beat the Cavs. I still don't think they're that great of a team. I think
Hey,
they
man,
only put up
they
13
just
points in the first quarter of that last game. It's just teams blowing it. The Cavs blowing that lead, the Spurs blowing game four.
well, it seems
Brunson
like
is a
they
beast, though. Brunson's amazing.
Brunson is amazing, but it seems like they kind of like a locomotive, like they gain speed and momentum as they go along. Maybe come out the gate a little slow. But hey, look, the Spurs had opportunities, man. You're up.
Oh, they had
They
tons of opportunities. They blew it.
but they are, and this is, I think the Spurs, what we just saw with the Spurs is the perfect
Preview.
example, of what it means to be like a young team, right? Like not having that veteran leadership to be able to calm guys down or to take over the game in a way of changing the tempo or even to changing the flow of the game. Like, when the young guys get going, they get a lead and they all of a sudden get arrogant and it's so interesting because it's been like this for the history of sports where a team will get up and they somehow get into this thing of like, yeah, we got them. And then the other team is steadily being consistent and steadily coming back and they're going for home run hits every time. It's like, nah, man, just get on base. That's all you got to do. Just keep getting on base.
Yeah, they
It
shot
ain't got to
eight
be home
threes in a
runs.
row. Eight threes in
Yeah.
a row. They blew that. And then, you all go after De'Aaron Fox, who was horrible. But also, Wemby missed two free throws at the end of that game four. It was just like, once they lost that, it was over, dude.
Yeah. So it was New York was good enough. They don't have to be great. They just got to be a little bit better than their opponent. And that's what they were. They were good enough.
You see, Cavs star James Harden got arrested this weekend.
Yeah, for possession,
Yeah,
right?
of a gun,
Pos-
of a gun.
A gun, yeah, possession of a gun. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, but you're in Texas. You're in Texas. I guess everybody got guns in Texas. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
true. That's true.
and he got enough money that his gun should be registered, right? I don't know if he had maybe he didn't have a license like for a concealed weapon or something like that. I'm
Right.
sure he's got a license. But yeah, I saw that. He's just trying to get traded, dude.
I hope he does.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, it's no, we already spent too much on him, but I mean, not Garland wasn't the answer, but just like Harden ain't either.
But see, this is the difference. Harden has he's proven to
He's not.
not be the answer. He's proven that in Houston. He proved that in Brooklyn. He proved that in Philly. He's proved it everywhere he's gone. So I think he needs to just go to a small market team and do like Russell Westbrook and just ride out his days as just being a guy who can be sensational a couple nights a
I mean,
year.
he's doing that now on our team.
Yeah, but you guys have aspirations. You guys have aspirations. He need to be on a team that's like, look, we're rebuilding and we're not going to be
We don't
good,
need
but at
it. Yeah,
least we
go to
got
the
a guy who
Wizards
can.
where everybody joins. All right, Reg, next week here it is, or tonight or tomorrow. I got a show in downtown. I got some LA shows, but next week then I'm closing out the Hollywood Fringe here in LA at the Activist Kitchen.
Okay.
And
The
then
Hollywood Fringe Festival?
yeah, it's going on all month right now. It's right down the street from me. I went and saw a show last night. Yeah.
How was
And
it?
it was a play called The Queen. And then
Okay.
mine's just gonna be stand up. But I did get ideas. Maybe I will do a show something like this one time. But and then Mental Spillness coming out digitally on July 10th. So we're gonna have a show July 9th over in Jay's Bar.
Okay. Okay. Look at you making moves,
Trying,
keeping it
baby.
keeping it popping,
Trying, baby.
releasing specials and albums and closing out festivals.
Trying, son,
Yeah.
trying.
If
So
I didn't know you, I think you was famous.
yeah, I think. Um, Speaking of famous, there were some comics last night who attended Trump's UFC 250 fight for his birthday.
Really? Comedians?
Yeah, well, one was Tony Hinchcliffe. We might hear about him later
Well,
today.
yeah, of course.
Also Shane Gillis was there.
Shane Gillis was there.
Yeah. And then here's
Really?
another one. I don't know if you noticed, and kind of in the background, but he also took a picture with RFK. There he is, Nate Bargatze.
No. No.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh man.
And say what you want about Hinchcliffe and Gillis, but at least they got the balls not to hide it. Like Bargatze didn't mention anything to his 3 million followers on Instagram. He's not letting anyone know. But then he's got a picture with RFK and Cheryl Hines and him. And yeah, man,
Oh,
it's a bummer, eh?
dude, I really like Nate Bargatze. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I really liked Nate Bargatze. I
Nate
did.
Magazzi,
Bargatze,
Maga
but my
Gazzi,
guy Magazze, he
Magazzi.
it sucks. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm really disappointed. I really liked him a lot. I think he's really funny. I think he's really talented. And for anyone out there is like, well, okay, then just keep liking him. No, because his political views, if he is in alignment with this administration and their political views, then I can't like him anymore because he supports ideas and philosophies that directly impact and hurt people intentionally, right? So I'm not going to separate the two. I'm not going to be like, oh, he's funny, but yeah, he's funny on stage and he makes me laugh. But in his personal life, he supports causes that directly impact and hurt people. You know
Right,
what I mean? So,
right.
so yeah, I'm not separating the two. So I liked Nate Bargatze, but I guess I'm done.
Yeah,
So
like a
that's it.
clean comic, they that conservative base loves the clean. And
And well, and also it makes sense in a sense because he's from Tennessee. He's
oh
from
yeah.
Tennessee.
Yo, I'm from Ohio. Fuck that.
Yeah, but I think he still lives there, right? And
Yeah.
if you're, it's just that thing, man. It's the South, bro. You can take the boy out the South, but you can't take the South out the boy. And that goes for me too. I mean, I've been living in California since I was 18, and I've been living here longer than I lived in Alabama. And I still meet people in Oakland, and they're like, "You ain't from around here, huh?" I'm like, "Go, nah, man,
Funny, yeah.
right?" Because I still got those
It's
Southern.
funny, you get shit, you'd be like, you from the South, but also you're from Nigeria. Like you can get, mistaken for multiple things up there.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Nigeria and Africa, um, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh man, I'm gonna send you
Oh,
the
we've
clip.
been watching a lot of his Shannon Sharp clips.
Oh, dude, the Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp
me
clips,
too.
I'm
Yeah,
loving.
those are good ones,
Yeah,
dog.
it's a good one. But the one that got me was like, he's like, they like to. He's like, when people, basically white people, when they like to talk about where they're from, they stop. He goes, they stop, right?
Right,
It's like,
right,
well,
right, right. 'Cause
where
if
were
you
you
keep
born?
going, we all from Africa.
Booyah.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That is absolutely the we all came from Africa, but they like to stop at Sweden and
Right, right,
England and Ireland and Spain and Portugal and Germany. It's like, yeah, man, we'll keep going back,
right, right,
right?
right,
So
right.
so that idea that we're different in some ways is like, nah, man, we all came from the same place. And I love how he talked about how the people who migrated north, we were all probably all dark, and he goes, but because of the weather, having melatonin skin was a hindrance, right? Like it was all bad. So
Mm.
Eventually, over time, people evolved, and that's how you end up getting wiped. I
Oh
love
yeah, the
Neil
science of
deGrasse
it's
Tyson.
beautiful. Like he's awesome, and he's so good at explaining it, and
Yeah,
how
man.
quickly. Yeah. Here's one more on the fight. So here is the idiot who said this about Michelle Obama on the White House lawn to smiling Joe Rogan, and then they also like it didn't really hit like he thought it would, and
Yeah.
it's just so goddamn.
Who is he? Hokit? Josh
That's another
Hokit?
thing. He's not that well known because any of the guys who were fighters on this weren't the best, And so now, but because he's got to play these controversial games, like he pretended to be drunk, showing up to the
Bud
weigh-in,
Light.
and he did fake throw up on himself, fake vomit. Like here,
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
and then you got to give Trump some necklace, and he ha ha.
The Trump for having the balls to put some shit like this on. And if I'm gonna say anything, there's only one person more incredible than the Incredible Hulk, and that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Of course,
Josh Hogan.
and here he is, pretending to be drunk, walking up to the stage.
So what? Maybe I was drinking last night. But who wouldn't be? I have a giant black man that wants to knock me out.
A John Black man wants to knock me out. Who wouldn't be drinking?
Dude, this is this is terrible.
Dude, this is white trash America, dude, in the
Dude,
White House. That's what
dude,
this is.
that
Fucking trash.
that was terrible. That's so disrespectful. Disrespectful to the country, disrespectful to the White House, disrespectful to the office of the presidency, disrespectful to the nation, to the people. That was disgusting. Like what are we doing? And anybody who can support that bullshit, yo, get the fuck out of here.
I'm
Get
telling
out,
you, it's
man.
like the death rattle of conservatism.
Dude, that's crazy. I don't even know where to start. I mean, there was a disrespectful comment about the former first lady, one who ain't been in office
I
since
kind of played it
20,
backwards. Yeah, that was, yeah.
yeah, who hasn't been in office. Her husband hasn't been in office since 2016, so it's been 10 years, and they still talking about them, right? Because they hate black people. Fuck it,
Man, they're
let's just put
obsessed
it up
at
there.
how
They're
popular it
obsessed.
was.
So that's one. Two, he gives whatever bullshit necklace to the president and having the balls to put something on like this, right? Uh, and then he acts like he's drunk and thrown up on himself, and there's a big black man wanting to knock me out. And then he throws out Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ is someone like, hey man, don't put me in this shit, right? Like I don't want to be a part of this. Um, dude, it's amazing. It's amazing
No,
to see. It
terrible.
is. It's
Uh,
amazing to see.
all right, well, guest is here, but before I bring her in, I want to do one more thing here. I've
Okay.
never saw this movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, that's old school,
Yeah,
right?
1951 old school.
Okay.
Okay. Audrey Hepburn's in it, who's fucking hot, by the way. And it's funny, George Papar's in it. You know who George Papar is?
George Papar.
He was
No.
Hannibal from the A Team.
Which one was
Hannibal
Hannibal?
Smith.
The leader? No.
Yeah.
The
I love
leader.
it when a
Okay.
plan comes together.
Okay.
But what's interesting, you'll never see this in a movie now. But in 1951, this cat,
Okay.
they got this cat. This cat's getting rained on. Like you could see the water hitting the actress too. This
Yeah.
cat is getting held, rained on, and squeezed. And just watch this scene. This is crazy to me, dude. Uh look at this cat. They hate water, dog.
I know. But the cat is doing well.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Like you'll never see them put a cat through this now. But look at Hannibal, young Hannibal.
Wow.
But yeah, look at Audrey Hepburn's eyes. They're so big and beautiful and brown. But then they kiss and smush this cat. And the cat's still there. And look at that. Hey, it gets a little turn in. Like, what is happening? Oh my God, dude. I couldn't.
Yo, it's movies like this. It's movies like that that make them put at the end of the movie, no animals were hurt in the making of this film, because obviously animals were hurt prior to
Dude,
making.
no, how did that cat? What an actor. What an actor.
Oh,
All
dude,
right,
that is
so we
funny.
got a guest today. I worked with this girl, this female comedian, in Wisconsin a few years ago, and I saw she put up this post about Tony Hinchcliffe using Kill Tony to steal jokes, and I was like, "Oh, I know this girl."
Oh,
So
that's funny.
I reached out, and so here she comes, Shelby Morgan, everybody. Let me see if I could bring her into the room. Uh, I hope I hit it right. Okay, here she comes. And yeah, we worked together in, I believe, Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I think she is from Houston, Texas.
Kenosha,
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Wisconsin.
Now she
trying to
lives
fix
in
this.
Wisconsin.
Hey,
There she is, ladies and
hey,
gentlemen.
Hello.
Shelby, how's it
how's it
going?
going? I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. It's Shelby Morgan, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, because
Okay.
there's an R on the thing, so I didn't know.
Yeah, my real last name's Rivenbark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Morgan's a good
Okay.
way to go. Uh, hey,
Yeah.
Shelby, this is Reggie. Reggie, this is Shelby.
Hi.
Hi, Shelby. Nice to meet you. Thank
So
you for
I'm
Nice
joining
to.
us today.
What'd you say,
What was
Reg?
that?
Oh, I said thank you for joining us today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Reggie and
Yeah.
his niceties. Um, so Shelby, I
Like, it's
met
so bad to be polite, right?
yeah,
Like
it
to
just
welcome you
it
and
just
be happy
wastes
that you're here.
it wastes time, Reg. Like it's just a common thing, a response. You don't,
I just met Shelby. I would like for her to feel welcome, right? I would like for her to feel like, oh, cool. They're happy that I'm here. Even the guy that I don't know is happy that I'm here.
yeah,
That's what it
okay,
is.
that's a good point. You know, I forgot I should have put a Kenosha background because Shelby's here. My bad. This is
Oh, no,
Detroit.
you're fine. I moved back to Houston
Are
a
you in
little while
Houston
ago.
now? So what's the deal? Where
Yeah.
you live?
Well, I lived in Wisconsin till like I think kind of the end of the year in 2024, and then I moved back to Houston January of 25.
Okay, so
Really?
you
What?
oh,
Okay.
go ahead, Reg.
No, I was gonna say, what prompted that, or what? You did you grow up in Texas and then move to Wisconsin?
Yeah, I grew up in Texas and then I moved to Wisconsin because the guy that I was with at the time was having some like baby mama stuff. And so I like followed him up there because I was like, well, I should try doing comedy somewhere different than the South.
Okay.
Oh, so you
So you
followed the
you
guy to Wisconsin.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
she's a
Ooh.
ride or die. She didn't just follow a guy. She followed a guy with his baby mama
Yeah,
drama
and not to like
Yeah.
California, to Kenosha.
to Kenosha. That's
Yeah.
yo,
Well,
that's some real
I lived in Oshkosh actually.
Oh, not to brag.
man. The names in Wisconsin, Oshkosh,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
with
It sounds
Kosha or
like
whatever.
sounds like a lot of porridge is eaten up there.
Yeah, Winosha,
Yeah.
Kenosha. Okay, okay. So it sounds like that situation didn't play out as well.
Yeah, but it's cool. We're still friends. Like it was like we're best friends the whole time, but just the romantic aspect wasn't,
How
there.
Okay,
long were you
okay.
up in Wisconsin?
I was in Wisconsin for about like a full year.
Wow, so I
Oh
just happened
wow.
to be there the 1 year you were there. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
funny.
short
yeah. And
period of
then
time.
I think we actually worked together in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
We did?
Yeah, I think
No,
it
I thought
was
we
Fort
went to
Wayne.
Kenosha.
No, no, I don't think so. I think I remember talking about Wisconsin, but because that's where I lived, but I drove a while to get to Indiana.
Wow, okay, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's
Or it was
okay.
Kenosha. I don't know, girl. I still don't think. I still think it was Kenosha. But you would do shows in Kenosha, right?
Yeah, I did some stuff in
Did you
Kenosha
do them
and
at
then
that hotel room?
I don't think I did the hotel now.
Shit, so I worked with you with Meadows at Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Jesus, I don't remember that at all. I remember I didn't do that great at Fort Wayne. I didn't know so many black people in Fort Wayne, Reg. Your people came out, dude. Like because I did Indianapolis earlier that year, and I was like,
Okay.
just another white slice of Indiana. And
Yeah.
no, and And then I was like feeling myself after one set. And then I did this racial thing right in the beginning. And this older black woman was sitting at the table. She's like, And then like her whole table decided to boycott my set. So I didn't do shit. And I remember Tim afterwards just like, we were talking after, like, yeah, a lot more of my people out at this show, Sal.
Yeah, that is hilarious. They'll let you know whether it's okay
Oh
or
yeah,
not.
it was it was my bad too. I was cocky and I tried this and I hadn't done this joke in forever. And yeah, dude, that woman cut me off quick.
Hey, it's okay, dude. I did a show I was at the DC Improv, and I did a joke about liking all women, right? Like
Oh
I'm the
shit. Oh
right,
shit.
right. I'm like I love all women. I don't care if you white, black, Asian, brown, whatever. If you like me, I will like your ass. That's all I said. And
Mm-mm.
there was a table of black women right up front, and they was like, nope. I was like, damn, my brother can't just like everybody. Like, it can't. It's got to
Nope.
be one. And they were
Nope.
like this. They literally sat there for the whole show like that until like toward the end, they finally started to warm up. And I even called them out. I was like, look, I was like, this table right here, the whole show they've been upset. And even now they want to laugh, but they're like, nah, I'm just gonna wait till I get to the car. I'll laugh at it later. I'm not gonna give him the laugh. That shit was awesome, man.
That's funny.
It happens.
That's funny. All right, so Shelby has this bit, and I just saw it. It came across on my Instagram of Tony Hinchcliffe using Kill Tony to steal Tony, and I was looking. I'm like, oh, I know this girl. Like it's Shelby.
Yeah.
I'm like, I worked with her in Wisconsin, which I even did not. But so like I reached out to hear her story, and so let me ask you this: were you doing that joke when when I saw you in Fort Wayne?
I believe so. Yeah. I may not have
Okay.
done it then because I was hosting and it's hard to close out on a suicide joke
Right. No, that's tough.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
when
yeah,
you're trying to set other
yeah.
people up for
Yeah,
success.
right. Right.
But
Right.
yeah, that was a joke I wrote when I was 6 months into comedy. So I wrote
Okay.
Oh,
that
so
joke
you okay.
very early on. It was like I started in 21, I think, so I would have written that joke in 2022.
So the interesting
Okay.
thing is, because Shelby came up in Houston when she started comedy, and then she did kill Tony at that time, and then eventually she went up to Wisconsin, and then now she's back here in Houston. But then I believe Hinchcliffe's special just came out this week, and his opening joke is that joke.
Oh wow, that's his opening
It's
joke.
similar, right? So
Right,
it's
right.
hard
That's
to
similar.
say.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, when you put it up, I will show the video right now, but you put up, like you were like, what do you think? Is it parallel thought or
Right,
not?
because yeah, it's
Which
really, I
does
mean,
happen.
I'm super hesitant to accuse anybody outright of theft, to be like, you stole this, because it's so much like people have said, it's possible he heard it and then subconsciously remembered it and thought he thought of it. I think that happens as
Yeah, I don't know.
well.
I feel that only happens to Robin Williams. He's the only one who gets the pass and that excuse.
Well, Robin Williams would just pay you for the joke.
Right,
I'm saying like
right.
he would have a guy come up and write a check for 500
Yeah,
bucks
he didn't
and
deny
just
it.
buy the
Yeah.
joke. Yeah.
But it's
Um,
also like, I don't know. I think that my main goal in posting the video and the side by side is not necessarily to convince people that Tony's joke is my joke, but I want them to know that my joke is my joke.
Oh, yes, that you did steal
Because
from them. But they'll always do
right,
that. Yeah. I
which
was
I've been
accused of
accused of.
Yeah, I've been accused of stealing like Family Guy joke or something. I'm like, you dorks, I don't just sit there and jerk off and watch every second of Family Guy. I don't know you know what I mean? I'm busy making my
Yeah.
own shit. But these
Yeah.
what does
dweebs,
jerking
like,
off have to do with
yeah, I don't
anything,
know.
though?
That's how I feel. These little dorks.
I'm like,
That's
why
how
would
he
they?
writes.
Hey,
I
Family
guess
Guy
so.
episode season 4, episode 2.1. If you can't shut the fuck up. Um,
Okay, so this is my opinion because I watched it, and
so
what I
let's show
think
it to
is
everybody first.
okay.
And then we'll see what. And then I kind of want to curious what she thinks because you're giving it the very political response. All right, here we go.
I didn't
Uh,
even give a response. How can you
so
say it was
Red Bar
political?
covers the accusation. What is that? Another podcast?
So I did Kill Tony 2022 in the summer. And then in
Okay.
April 2023, this guy that works at an improv made a Facebook post because he had seen Tony do the joke that's in the special. And the guy that posted about it accused him of theft. He was like, this is why he's locking up phones. He's doing Shelby Morgan's joke. And then Red Bar talked about that guy's post on his podcast in April 2023. So that was before the special, but after my Kill Tony.
Wow. That's interesting. You already got called out back then about it.
All up in there. It's one of the first comics since I've been all up in there who's using yonder pouches to lock up the crowd's phones. I thought it was just because he's saying some wild stuff, but when I was home on YouTube, I saw that he stole a recent joke from a Kill Tony contestant. So she says he changed up the set, but it's that girl Shelby Morgan's gun joke.
Sometimes he tries to take me to the shooting range, but I just don't enjoy it because for me, shooting a gun is a lot like giving a hand job. Like most women, I'm not very good at it, and I would really rather just put it in my mouth.
So just got my first gun. Fuck yeah. It's like having a second dick. I know, because the first thing I did when I got it home is I put it in my mouth.
So I'm making this video for a couple of reasons.
I guess we don't have to see that part.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So what I think is, I think he likes the punchline. I think he stole the punchline and completely. I mean, it's verbatim. It's almost the same rhythm and tone, the way you said it, the way he said it. And I think that he liked the premise of the gun and the reference to the penis, right? Like you never said penis, but obviously that's what you're referring it to, right?
And people are saying a lot like, oh, people have made this comparison. People have compared guns and dicks before. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't think I invented the wheel here. Like, of course, that's been referenced. But I mean, my specific joke is comparing, like, it's a double comparison. It's a hand job to shooting a gun, blow job to suicide. Like, it's a little more complex than just like gun.
Exactly.
Right.
But we also have to take into account that you did this joke in front of him. So anyone who's trying to say that, oh, well, people make comparisons is like, yes, people do make comparisons and people have made comparisons, but we're talking about someone being in the room that heard me do that joke directly with the same rhythm and cadence and timing, right? So I told Sal earlier, I think he liked the punchline. He stole the punchline and then he tried to work backwards. He was like, how can I use that punchline?
But what do you think, Shelby?
That's the thing. It's really hard for me to say because I don't know that. I mean, as like a famous comic who also is like related to somebody whose whole thing was calling out joke theft, like the Carlos.
Right,
Mencia.
that was just kind of funny. I was thinking that too. Like Rogan when he called out Mencia.
So it makes me really question that. Like if he would sit down and steal a joke, like that just doesn't seem like from a self-preservation aspect, like something you would do. I guess the main like question I have in my head is, did he hear people calling it out? Like in 2023, did he hear the Red Bar thing? Did people say, like, nobody said anything to him about it? Because people were saying stuff to me about it.
Oh, maybe, and he just probably blew it. I mean,
and I'm like, there is a chance that he didn't see that. There,
I kind of feel like she's like, look, guys, I'm in fucking Texas. I can't out him that hard.
Well, no, I think
it's just like, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know is the thing. I'm
so
not.
When you first heard it, when you heard about it, did you get upset?
I mean, naturally, yeah, you get upset.
So you kind of think, no, I feel you. I had a guy supposedly stole just a silly ninja smoke bomb joke. And and people told him, yo, that's Sal's joke. And it was like, I mean, there's nothing you could do. You just move the fuck on. But yeah, I was mad. I was like, fuck this guy.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, even when he started doing it, the other thing is that I heard about him doing it live shortly after my set. Not immediately, but like a month or two after, people started telling me, hey, I saw Tony do this joke. Or they were like commenting on my shit saying, I saw Tony do that joke. She stole it from him.
Right.
And
But
so
yeah, it's
like
Right.
way too similar, I feel too, that
I was
Yeah.
getting accused of theft. So I'm
well,
like,
of
I don't
course, yeah,
think
because you're not the famous one. They'll always and you're a woman.
Well,
right.
and that's what I was gonna say. So I think the other side of it is, I think he liked the premise. I think he liked the premise and he liked the punchline. So he was like, "Oh, that's a great premise, and that punchline works. Now I got to figure out how to make it apply to me." People, I mean, look, in comedy, there's not a premise that hasn't been done, and it's all
Exactly.
gonna, right? So, and it's all gonna come down to what's your take on that particular premise. Now, in this particular instance, I think he just took the punch. I think he took the punchline. He liked the premise
Yeah.
and he took the punchline, right?
Which
Um,
is, I think that there are definitely times when that's totally fine. If you want to like think of if somebody does a joke and you're like, that's a
Hey,
good joke,
fine. What
fine.
are you talking about?
oh, hold on,
And
let
then
her
I'm
finish.
going to
But
write something. Well, it depends on the punchline, right? If the punchline is like a commonly used phrase or something and your joke is totally different,
right,
it has to be there's a level of difference it has to be like you have to remake it completely.
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
it has to be your own. It has to be your own. But the other side of it too is Tony is he's way more famous than any of us sitting here today, right?
Of
And
course.
there is a level of arrogance that comes along with, okay, and what, right? Like
That was
so.
what I was wondering is like, did he possibly, he heard that people were saying the jokes were the same or similar and was just like, well, she's insignificant enough that this is not going to matter.
I'm not even going to go that far. I'm just going to say that he liked the punchline. And
Yeah.
it didn't matter whether someone knew or didn't know or called him out. He is proven to be a guy that does not care about
Yeah.
anyone else but himself, right? So
And
I
that's,
think,
yeah. And people are like telling me that they're scared for me and that like he's going to come after me. And I'm like, I don't think he's going to acknowledge it. Like, I think that
nah,
he's got
nah.
bigger shit going on and that he doesn't care. And his fans don't care because they're in my
Ex
comments not caring, calling me like,
yeah,
saying that I'm totally in the wrong. They're not similar at all. And I'm like, then why am I getting accused of stealing his joke if they're not similar?
yeah, they're
Well, these guys
dumb.
don't understand comedy either. Like
They don't
I saw
understand
some of your
comedy.
comments. I was
That's
actually
also true.
looking because I was looking for some of the comments. You had a lot of positive comments actually who supported your claim. Like, yo, dude, his
Yeah,
jokes are
definitely.
solid.
The
And there
Houston
were some
scene,
people. It's not the same, but they don't know comedy. It's
yeah,
obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
it's the punchline is he's I will say on the record, I think he stole the punchline. I think he absolutely stole the punchline. I think he liked it. And I think he liked the reference to the gun, obviously. And so he was trying to figure out how he could make that joke fit his own personal life. Everyone
yeah,
thinks that he's a closeted gay guy anyway. So he's like, well, let me just play up that angle. This is what it
yeah,
is, right?
yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. The main thing that I'm just trying to do is make it so that people don't think that I stole it. I have receipts that show here I did this joke of my own. Like, I wrote it myself. This is mine.
Right.
Don't come at me saying that I took Tony's joke.
Yeah. People suck.
Um,
I mean, don't even give these internet trolls. I wouldn't give them the time of day, honestly, because
Yeah.
you're never gonna win because they don't. You're fighting a righteous battle of trying to show that you are doing the right thing. They just want to instigate and dig and poke and prod. Like they don't have
Yeah.
an end goal. I will share. I'll share this story. There's a friend of well, I can't. He's not a friend anymore. He's more of an associate. But he and I had this long conversation once we were working together, and I told him this whole thing about what it was like growing up for me in the South and how I felt, right? I was like, man, it was crazy. I didn't even think I was gonna make it to 21 because as a black male in the South, people were getting killed left and right. And it was just every time I made it to a milestone birthday, it was amazing. Like, oh shit, I made the 21. I didn't think I'd make it. You make it to 25. He and I had this whole conversation. We talked about it, and he was like, "Man, that's a funny premise. This idea." I go, "Yeah, I'm trying to write a joke about it, but I hadn't figured it out yet." And then I see him on Laugh-A-Palooza, and he does a joke that's basically based on that whole conversation. He was like, I didn't think I was gonna make it to 21, so I didn't save any money, right? And there was this whole
Yeah.
thing, and I saw it, and I was like, that joke was definitely inspired by our conversation,
yeah, that's
100%.
I feel that's hack. All right, here's a couple things, dude. All right.
You feel like that's hack.
That's totally
Oh,
hack. Just steal it. Like, go, I'm going to take that premise. Come on. So I just looked
yeah.
this up. And someone else just posted this on Reddit, and they're saying there was another joke they found familiar by Jordan Fisher
I
that
did. I heard about that on the way here. I was on the
Hinchcliffe
phone
did
with my friend
also.
and they mentioned it.
Yeah, so now my concern is Kill Tony being used as a farming system for stealing jokes from, young comics. And I want to tell you this. I remember when Burr told me when he first moved to LA, he was at the store and it was when the Mencia shit was going on. He did a set and then they had to bring up the next comic. He brought up Mencia, saw he was there, goes, what the and he went to the young guy, hey man, this guy's stealing. I'm not going up when he's in the room. You got to tell me. He goes, oh, he wouldn't steal from you. It's for the smaller guys. See, it's like fucking, oh, but that's not okay either. And I think they
Yeah.
just took that, they moved it to fucking Texas, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, and the other thing, the thing that people are saying in the comments as well here and there is just, well, he sees so many comics and so many jokes that it's inevitable that he would
No, it's
subconsciously
not.
accidentally take something.
No,
And
that's
it's like,
bullshit.
yeah, that's not true. Also, with the amount of resources and money that he has, he should have people that are on the lookout for that.
Well, and here's the thing, and this is another angle on it, and I want to tell you, man, his special just came out and it's getting railed hard.
Yeah.
And he got, I just saw this Vulture one, they call it Oof, it's bad. And they open a joke, they're talking about that. And he's probably explained it's not a gay joke. Fans might think it's a suicide joke, except uh the double and entendre doesn't track. No one commits suicide by putting a penis in their mouth. The lazy writing doesn't end there. And another bit about abortion. So, like, yeah, they're going off. He'll like fly his girl to Colorado for Spirit Airlines. It's $35 now. She flies Spirit, then the baby flies Spirit. The pun he's trying to make is obvious, but the construction is clunky. And of course, Spirit is now shut down since May. So, like, but my
Yeah, I
point
didn't.
is, he's getting railed on his special. Joe Rogan's special on Netflix got railed. It was terrible. Theo Vaughn almost killed himself because he couldn't shoot his special or whatever that was. So it's like these guys are podcasters, and then they got these opportunities because they got these followers. They got to put out a special. Well, they ain't got the material. Well, let me take it from these underlings. I mean, that's an obvious, like all the evidence is there. They like conspiracies. Well, here's a motherfucking conspiracy.
See, I don't know. Okay, look, I don't know if it's as conscious as I'm going to take it,
No, not at
right?
that moment, but
But okay, look, I have sat in the back of the room of plenty of comics, and I've heard a joke, and I go, "Oh man, I've heard a premise, heard the premise, and then the setup, the reinterpretation, the punchline, the whole thing," and I go, "Man, that's a funny. Oh, I got a story about that particular thing. My story is not their story,
right.
but it will spark the idea of a story of my own,
But
right?"
if you got specific comics who are both on Kill Tony and they're both saying these
And they're
jokes are
sitting there
in his new
listening.
special, what the
I get
fuck?
it. I get it. I get it. What I'm saying is, I think they're absorbing so much information that I don't think he's necessarily like, I'm trying to take her joke, but I do think that he's like, oh, I think that's a funny punchline. I like that punchline. And then he packs it away in the back of his head, and then he's writing and it comes up. I asked Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle
like
once.
people are saying, it's probably he saw it and then subconsciously copied it. I really doubt that he was like, because people are like, oh, see, he writes something down after. And it's like he takes notes throughout the show. I don't think that he was like, I'm stealing that right now. I think it's
Right.
just that he was taking notes. I don't think that was him stealing the joke. But yeah, whenever you see so much comedy, sometimes you might
You just
accidentally remember something that you think you're coming up with.
so I Sal and I both had the opportunity to work with Dave Chappelle many years ago, right? And one night I'm talking to Dave, we're hanging out, and I go, Dave, I go, as a young comic for myself, I'm like, I watch everybody, right? I'm watching all the greats all the time, and I'm studying them and watching presence and delivery timing, writing, structure, delivery, the whole thing. I go, but as a guy on your level, I'm like, who do you watch? Right? Like
Yeah.
who are the greats watching? And he said, he goes, I don't watch anyone. He goes, I stopped watching people because I found that sometimes I would file stuff away that I didn't even think about. And I'll repeat it, not intentionally, but because I heard it. So he goes, now I don't watch anyone. He's like, that way and he's like, and I don't want to be like anyone else. So I intentionally not watch people. So with that being said,
That's how I am. I don't
okay.
watch a lot of comedy.
So if Dave Chappelle can be a guy who's saying that I have mistakenly said other people's stuff on stage because I just absorbed so much information that I deliberately have to not watch people. If you got a room full of guys who are sitting there watching some comics who will probably go on to work a little bit, and then a lot of other comics, in the words of Patton Oswalt, who are like head wounds that happen to have a really funny joke or punchline, they're gonna absolutely take that because they have no respect for that person in a certain way. Um, but if they're sitting there absorbing so much stuff all the time, I'm sure it's being filed away. Some guys are probably intentionally taking it because they go, "Oh, that's a funny punchline. I'm definitely taking that one." And then other guys probably just holding it in and it comes up. So it's hard to say what it is because we don't know Tony. We can't talk to him, and I don't know his process. Um, do I think
Yeah.
I think he's a horrible person personally? So I do. I think he's a horrible person personally. So I'm gonna lean toward I think that he's capable of doing something like that because I think he has no integrity, right? I don't think he's good on any level at all. So I think he
As
absolutely loved the punchline and took it
as the
for sure.
white male on the panel here, I guess I have to play devil's advocate for a second. And your video, you say the joke, not it's not the footage of you saying it at Kill Tony. Why was that?
Wait, the me telling the joke wasn't the footage of me. That was my Kill Tony.
That was at Kill Tony? Because
That was my Kill Tony.
hold on, let me look at it again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he
It
does
just
write
looks
something down.
different in the background.
Yeah, it's just it was at Vulcan, so this was before it was at Mothership, if that makes a difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Where was Vulcan? That was in Texas?
It was it was in Austin, yeah. It's like literally a block away from Mothership.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Okay, so here it
That's
is.
okay.
Because I saw someone make that comment, so I was like, "Oh, I better bring that up." So this was where they used to do it at.
Yeah, because you can see the
Ah,
Screwball whiskey sponsor behind
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean the dude did get it,
Okay,
got his shit down.
so I'm gonna stick to what I said. She did the joke in front of him. The punchline was phenomenal in reference to a gun. He stole the punchline verbatim, almost timing, delivery and timing wise. He loved that punch. He
He
took
just
that punchline.
rearranged it to fit
He had to figure out
his.
how to, he worked backwards. He took the punchline and like, well, how can I make reference? How can I use this punchline for me? And boom,
Yeah.
I just got a
Well, yeah.
gun. A gun is like a second penis. Only difference is, I know
Yeah, I
it
had
is.
a comment that I think summed that up pretty well, where it was like, yeah, hers was kind of thought out and intentionally led to the punchline. He just kind of shoehorned in the punchline and tacked a setup onto it.
Yep,
Hmm.
that's it.
So when you first did the Kill Tony thing, they aired it, right? And then I think you said you got a lot of shit back then from his people, even though he did some
Um,
kill on the show.
I mean, okay, so I think it's not that they didn't like me, but his fans are largely conservative, misogynist, incels. So a lot of the comments and DMs I were getting were about my appearance.
So
It
you
was
get
just like
DMs too, huh?
you
They'd be
know,
messaging you and shit.
yeah, they would message me a lot of like negging where it's like, you're actually kind of pretty. And then like other people really like saying that I was like I look like a man. I've been called a swine on the internet. Like
Jeez.
it is what it is.
Like you were mentioning too, like you're like,
Ah,
oh, I didn't read them all. I'm like, don't read that shit. What you...
don't read that shit. So
I read
personally, okay,
everything.
between Sal and I, okay, so you like
We
Sal.
got it because I
We,
was telling her we caught it a last episode because we talked about the Kevin Hart roast and Reggie. They were going off of after the blacks a lot.
yeah, the blacks
Yeah.
are so sensitive.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I'm
then
not
you find
sensitive.
these people.
The guy was an asshole. That's what it was.
Yeah, you look
Um,
them up and they're such pussies. And like, and not like, I don't want to insult vaginas at all. I just mean they're very sensitive. And if you poke them, they all shrivel, get scared.
so
Yeah.
so
Well,
I'm cut from the cloth of like, not to say I'm like Jay-Z, right? In the sense of there are a lot of people who throw rocks at the throne. Everyone got something to say about Jay, but Jay is really selective about who he's gonna go back at, right? Like he's only gonna go at people who are on his level. Anybody in the comedy world who hasn't done what I've done, and I'm not like super, but I've got my television credits. I've done TV shows. I've done movies. I've done commercials. I've done the whole. I've worked in Europe and the U.S. and Canada. I've run the gamut. And if you haven't done anything remotely close to that, and you got something to say, I go, whatever, right? Like I don't even waste my time with these little trolls.
Yeah,
Sal loves them.
yeah.
Sal,
Well, if I have a good insult, but as you get older, you do realize you're like, okay, they just don't know. They're just stupid. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Like,
just
very
and they don't have
ignorant.
any.
yeah.
Yeah, so
They,
and sometimes if you could just blast them for fun, I'll do that. But yeah, I can't ever take anything they say. Like I already
nah,
know when I post anything what negative could come back. Like I've already thought that many steps ahead. Like
right.
I know, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, and I
doing
I
this
was
too long.
absolutely anticipating pretty much almost every comment I've gotten, I anticipated.
Right. It's
But
easy. And that just
yeah.
shows low hanging fruit, hacky, fucking lowest common denominator. It's easy.
But
Yeah.
they're not worth the attention. They're doing it because they want attention because I
Right.
think a lot of them are just unloved. They don't have
Booyah.
friends.
Well,
Booyah.
no, there's a lot of that. And
100%.
that's what the internet has brought them together. That's
100%. Any
yeah.
guy who's commenting on your appearance, he ain't got a woman. He
Yeah, why
ain't
is he wasting his time? If he got a woman,
exactly.
he ain't messaging or comments on your
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. These dudes, it's funny to me. Like I'll go in for a second. Like if I post something and I see a bunch of stuff, I go, all right, whatever. I just keep it moving. Because I'm like, they're not worth my time. Right? Like when you
Yeah.
have real people in your life, like real people that love you and care for you and people that you respect, there's
Yeah.
no way that I give someone that I don't respect any attention. Like even with the situation with Sal and I, there was this one comic that he and I both knew many years ago, that came out of nowhere, just throwing vitriol at us, and I responded to him in I thought a very like civilized and like, oh, we've known each other, we've been in the same room, type of, you know, like we've had some history with each other. And then I went and looked at his page, and every post was 100% racist. I mean, 100%, like
Crazy.
Like,
unequivocally
don't waste your time. You have
racist.
energy and time. It's not
Yeah.
worth it.
Exactly. And I told Sal, I said, I wish that I had gone and looked at his page before, because by even responding to him a little bit, I gave him some credibility, right?
Yeah.
Because his whole thing was targeting black people at every instance. And this dude was is a gay Latin Trump supporter. You go, what the fuck? Like how
That's
how many
crazy.
level how many ways can you hate yourself?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right?
That's nuts.
That's nuts. And so I was like, I wish I had just gone and looked and seen, because if that was the case, then I'd be like, oh yeah, you don't even deserve a response, right? And I'm not going
Yeah.
to give you the time of day. So, um,
Yeah. It's just yeah, you have to think about the fact that like the people that are commenting honestly on anything, like there's something going on. Like that's not, to me, it's not normal to sit and to comment. Like if I like something, I'll like it and then I'll send it to people that I know
right,
that will also like it because I have people in my life.
right,
But people that
exactly,
don't have anyone feel the need to comment because that's the only way they're going to be heard.
right. And I
Right.
think they're also cowards. I think a
Yeah.
lot of things that they say online behind the screens, they're cowards.
Right. They would
They're
never say
like,
to your face,
you
dude.
never say it to their
Yeah.
faces, right?
No.
So they're cowards, and they use the screen as a protectant to be, assholes on whatever level. Um, But for me, I'm
Yeah.
a real big energy guy, and I'm just conscious of what I put into my brain and body. And on some level, when people are throwing darts at you all the time, even if you even if you try not to feel any of that stuff, it still has an effect on you on a cellular level, right? And
Yeah.
so I just limit my access to any of that nonsense. I'm like I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
yeah, it's you don't need it. How long you
I
been doing? You've been
haven't
doing, oh, go ahead.
I haven't gone through the comments yet. I think I went through the comments whenever there was like 20 of them, and now there's like 400.
Don't even waste your time. I'm telling you, don't even waste your time.
I
But
will
Because
tell
I
you, I
feel
saw a lot of positive ones, but maybe
that's
Instagram
the
was
thing. That's
positive,
why I want to go through
negative
them because
ones.
there's positive. There's also people that I know personally that are being supportive in my comments, which like the Houston comedy scene and also the Wisconsin comedy scene have all been super supportive and like sharing it. And I didn't expect for that to happen because I was like, people are scared of this person. Nobody wants to speak against him. You know, all my friends are gonna maybe like it and move on, and that's okay. But people are actually like sharing it and like talking
Yeah.
about it on their own pages.
I think
It's
people are
been
just
well,
very
fed up.
surprising.
They're fed up with that whole thing, and it's dying. It's like I was telling Reggie, it's like the death rattle. It's coming, like
look,
conservative comedy. Come on.
we saw it with Andrew Dice Clay, right? Like and he's way before your time. Do you know who Dice Clay is?
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay? Okay. Andrew Dice Clay came out and he was a shock comic, and he said a lot of controversial things. that were not PC at the time, but everyone got behind him because they were like, yeah, he's just saying what it is, and we can just say stuff now. Yay. And
Yeah.
then the pendulum swung back the other
What
way, and
it is.
they were like, nope, you can't say that anymore. And then he was done. And then the pendulum went back the other way, and then he made a little bit of a comeback, and he didn't say as crazier things, but point being is that times will change. Tony will get his, like he'll be popular for a minute, and then people will outgrow that, and he'll just be nobody, and then maybe he may have a resurgence at some point. But truth being told, he's not big enough to care. I mean, he's done a couple things and been a couple places, but he ain't really. I wouldn't even think about him when I think about anybody who deserves really a real conversation of time, right? I'm thinking about Bill Burr or Dave Chappelle, or I would have said Nate because I like Nate, but I don't like Nate anymore.
Well, we just saw Nate was at the fight last night. Nate Magazzi.
Yeah, so I'm like, God, jeez, right? But
Oh yeah.
there are plenty of other people who deserve that attention, right? Where it's like, oh, these are people I respect, and I would love to hear their thoughts about things, but Tony
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe is not one of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, selfishly, I think I would really like for either one of the guests that were on that episode and saw me do the joke to chime in. Like if Ari Shaffir or Krista Stefano would, that would be awesome, but I don't expect them to.
Ari Shaffir ain't good.
Shafir, oh man, years ago, I got banned, not banned, but I got blocked for a moment on, was it Twitter? Yeah, I got blocked on Twitter because I went at Ari Shafir. I went at him hard. I was like, "Oh, I'm not even that guy." But I was like, "Yo, this comment, this thing that you
Was it
said,
over
bro."
Kobe?
Yeah, it was over Kobe.
Oh, the Kobe thing hurt him hard, man.
Oh,
He
dude,
disappeared for a while.
hey man, I went as hard as you could. I went so hard that they were like, "This comment, you're banned for like 30 days." I was like, "Good, ban me for 60 because I'm going in again." Like, I'm like, this dude got no sense. I was like,
Yo,
"This is
because I didn't like, Alfred Mueller. Remember him? He blocked me, and he was like a comic. Was his name? Yeah, Alfred Mueller. He was a comic I knew in San Francisco. But yeah, it was just like, he's a rapist, fuck him. And I'm like, oh, he's dead. His kid is dead. What are you doing?
yeah,"
Yeah.
and he was
And
not
I'm like,
found
you have
guilty.
no idea what happened. You were in the room, the court case. He died. It's like, gee.
Dude, I swear to you, it's crazy. Like the court of public opinion, like they are ready to kill everybody at the drop of. Oh,
Right, but there's also the liberal side ready to kill, go after the conservative side, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just like that's why I like to just hear it all out. You get the facts, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
one of the
yeah.
things I love about Dave. Dave Chappelle will read the entire court documents. Like if there's a trial, he will read everything. He'll read both the prosecution and the defense. He'll look at evidence. I mean, he comes from a family of attorneys. Like everyone in his family is like a successful attorney. So when he starts to talk about things, he's not talking about them just based on what he's heard from the media. Like this dude has literally went and read every single bit of evidence and
Yeah.
so he's well informed in that sense. And that's what the public doesn't do. We listen to the media and we obviously know the media is slanted. If you can listen to the same story from two different outlets and get two different perspectives,
Yeah. That's
right?
why I don't talk about the news. I talk about guns and dicks.
Guns and-
all right, Shelby, what do you got coming up? You got anything coming up you want to promote?
Um,
Where you
yeah,
at
let me
now?
check my phone. I have a terrible memory.
Are you in Houston right now? That's where you're
Yeah,
stationed?
I'm in Houston. I have a few shows coming up here. Let me
You got
see.
a Kill Tony set coming up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna have me back. No, I don't know. That's the other thing. People are like, "Oh, they didn't have you back because they were keeping you out because he stole." And I'm like, "Hey, he could very well have just not liked me. Either way, it's fine." But people are like, "You shouldn't post it because you might still get something from him." And I'm like, "Either way, he's not gonna give me
Nah,
anything."
he's not gonna say anything to you. Believe
That's
me.
just I
He's
hate that way of thought too. Don't do that because of this and that. Just
yeah,
you
Yeah,
don't
just
don't
they're like,
fear
be a
is not
pussy.
to do.
yeah,
Just say your shit, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
fear, don't let fear dictate. And plus, he's not gonna say anything because he's riding the wave of being controversial from the Kevin Hart roast, right?
yeah,
And he just released a special. He's like, they come from that world of no press is bad press. If you're talking about me, that's good, regardless of what you're
right.
saying, right? So
But yeah, shows wise, this Wednesday I'm at the Secret Group in Houston doing a Midwest takeover of a show. So it's going to be all
Ooh.
comics that have lived in the Midwest or from there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you really count 1 year. I mean, okay.
I look like
she
it though.
lived there. It doesn't matter. She lived there.
I have a
So
Wisconsin energy. But and then Thursday I have an all ladies show at the Punchline in Houston.
okay.
That's the same punchline, Reg.
No, it's not. It's not Live Nation, right?
It
It's
is.
Live Nation,
Oh
yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
there's a
There's
punchline
a
in
one in
Houston.
Houston now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's
Okay,
awesome. That's where we came up. The one in
that's our home club in San Francisco. The
we do that
punchline. That's
one
my
in
joint.
Sac. I've never done the Philly one, and I've never done the Houston one.
Yeah, I haven't done either of
You
those.
should
How
reach
is
out
the
to
Houston
him.
one? It's cool.
It's good, yeah. The sound is a little because it's like a music venue originally, so the sound's a little off, but the staff is great. The food's really
Is it
good.
big? Is it big ceilings?
Yeah,
Mm.
Hi, silly.
high ceiling.
I'm gonna tell you, I
Yeah.
don't even want to tell anybody because it was so cool, but I'm gonna try and get back there. But I just did New Mexico, Albuquerque. There's hyenas out there now. And dude, it's like a kill box. It's
Oh,
beautiful. The
awesome,
way it's
yeah.
set up, low ceilings in there. The crowd was fucking fire. Like it was one of my favorite weekends. So, and the guy
Yeah.
was cool too, who was running it. He's a Texan, he had big old cowboy hats clowning him. But yeah, no, so I love when they do it, but I know what you mean. There's a lot of those that do that with, but what are you gonna do? I hate when the ceiling or the stage is too high too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are they gonna
Yeah.
mosh a crowd surf up to me?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, or like when the stage is super high, the crowd is well lit and you can see into all of their eyes.
Oh man. I just did a casino with Tim and like fucking I forget who was coming there. Blue Oyster Cult or something was coming next
Yeah.
month. So I'm like, Jesus, like you get that vibe, like a huge rock band, and it's that stage, it's high, and it's a casino, and you're right. You see everybody at a casino, they're sitting there, oh, why did I bet all that on blackjack? So they don't even care. It was especially when you're opening, they don't give. I'm not the famous guy. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. They're like, you're not Tim.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, high stages and high ceilings, they're
don't
awful for
work.
comedy.
And
Comedy is designed for like small spaces
and I
with
tell
low
people
ceilings.
if it's a good performance space, I used to go to this place in Scottsdale, Arizona. They headlined me 2, 3 times a year and just pay me under the. It was dope. And then COVID hit and killed it. But I would go. You have to get your own hotel, or I'd get an Airbnb, and I'd do it because the room was that good. It would only hold like 100, but it was dark, tight, and the guy he was from New York, and he liked clubs like that, and I was like, you got to do, man.
Yeah.
That's all you need it for, if you want to put on a good room, put a great performance space, and that's it, dude. You'll get the talent. Pay him decent, don't let him starve like everyone else. But
Yeah, it's comedy is the only business where the pay scale hasn't changed.
at all.
What you got 50 years ago is what you're getting today.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Unless,
um
go MAGA.
I,
But
well, all right, Shelby. Well, good luck with your shows this week, and
Thank you.
yeah, keep having fun, and keep writing, right? Like
keep
there's
the
some comics,
blinders on from the comments and keep fucking speaking your
keep
mind.
writing, and
Yeah.
this is I've heard other comics say this. Someone steal your joke, all right, fine. That just means you're talented and they like what you did. Go write a
Yeah.
new joke. Just keep
Yeah.
writing jokes that people want to steal, because that means they're really good, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True,
So,
true.
yeah,
All right,
just
well,
keep
good
writing.
seeing again. I did look it up to
Yeah.
confirm, and yeah, it was Fort Wayne. So sorry about that.
It's okay.
Because
Okay.
I guess the only reason I knew is because I taped, I guess, some of your sets and I sent them to you. So then I
Yeah.
got your reply and I was like, when was that date? Oh, shit. Okay. But all right. Well, well, good seeing
All
you
right.
again, Shelby.
Good to see
And,
ya.
Good
Yeah,
luck out
keep
there.
kicking
Keep having
ass.
fun.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank
All
you
right.
too.
Take care. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, Reginald.
All right. Reginald. I don't hear that very often. That definitely reminds me of Alabama when I hear it, Reginald.
Bama days. Bama,
Reginald.
Bama.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those things, dude. He's famous. He could care less if some young comic thinks that he stole that he stole their material.
well, it is weird
Um,
that now there's 2 accusations. Now it starts getting weird. But
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's got to come from someone big. It's got to come from, and even if it comes from someone big, we've seen guys who stole material. We've seen guys who admit to stealing material, and nothing happens,
no,
right?
right. There's no right. I mean, Mencia got a TV show after Chappelle left off of it, so it didn't.
Yeah. And
Didn't
then
matter.
where's Mencia now? I mean,
Exactly.
he's still,
That's the thing. The stain can get you.
yeah,
And the problem is you're going to have to eventually stand on your own thing.
right,
And when you can't, it's obvious, you know.
right, right.
So,
So, I mean,
yeah.
those guys, I mean, everyone you mentioned, who's there is, would you say Theo Vaughn, uh,
Rogan, Hinchcliffe, they're
Rogan,
all
Hinchcliffe,
popular off the podcasts.
and what's his name? Ari Safir. He's there too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where he is, but yeah,
Okay, I think he
he
was in
hangs
that
out
clip.
there.
He
Yeah,
was in
totally.
that clip. I mean, for me personally, I think that it's a horrible setup from the beginning. You have these, okay, we'll say Rogan is famous, but he's got
It's like
UFC and
Last Comic
MMA.
Standing, but just meaner.
Exactly. So you got these guys like Shafir is not necessarily super popular. Theo Vaughn is popular because of his podcast. Hinchcliffe is popular because of whatever
This
his
show.
podcast and this
Yeah.
show,
Which is
um,
his podcast.
which is his podcast. But they basically situated themselves in positions of power where they get to be the guys who determine what's funny and what isn't funny amongst young comics just coming up. It's kind of like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
noobs.
they're
Super
using
noob.
they're using young comics as fodder for comedy. Like
Right.
they get to make fun of these guys and be like, "Oh, that was
And
terrible.
these
Oh, this
guys
is
will do it
awful."
because they're new and they'll just take whatever they could get at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's no way that I would ever want Kill Tony as one of my credits. And you may have seen him on Kill Tony. Get the fuck out of here. Kill me if I'm on Kill Tony. Okay, like get out of here. I'm not doing that shit. But it's the same. I'm the same guy who's like, yeah, I don't really want to do Last Comic Standing. I really don't want to do
Right.
any America come into whatever it is
America's
like
Got Talent.
America's. I do not want to do any of that shit. Now look, we know people who've done it and who've done really well. Shout out to Mikey Winfield and shout out to Samuel Bade and a couple others who've been able to turn that into something else. Even Preacher Lawson was able to do a thing on there. It works for some people, and so I'm not dissing anyone else when I say this. I'm saying if it works for you, cool. But for me, I'm good, right? Like I'm not. I have no desire to do any of that shit. But I'm also the same person who's like, yeah, I don't want to be famous. I know famous people. And one thing I know that I have that they don't have is my fucking anonymity. And I love that. I love that. And
Well,
I also am the person who's been recognized in different places and people, even though I'm not, they may not know me from a thing, they still fucking recognize me. And I don't even like that. Yeah, I don't even like that. I don't like going to a place that I haven't been to in 6 months
it's
or
back,
9 months.
baby. It's back.
And I walk in and they're like, hey, good to see you again. I go, I ain't been here for a year. I'm like, I don't want to be remembered like that. So, but yeah, so if you want to do a thing, by all means, do a thing. But for me, I'm cool. I'm like Jasper Red. I'm cool.
Did you hear the music? That was beautiful, right?
It was great. I knew you were looking for something. You're like, oh, he's talking. He's on a roll.
Let me go find it.
Let me go find the music. He's on a roll. So,
Joey J in the house.
yeah. Oh, we got a cat appearance, folks.
There we go.
Cat appearance.
All right,
He's
Reg,
like,
you want to close this out?
sure, let's do it.
Look at all this fucking fur I just got on myself. Can't wear black.
We can't see it though. So
Yeah,
you're good.
man. If you were in my place, dude, took your shirt off, roll around, you look like a zebra.
And I'd be sick as a dog. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, 'cause you're allergic.
I'm allergic to cat
So what's that
damage.
sneezing zebra with all the muscles doing in the corner of your apartment?
Sneezing zebra. That's fun. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Okay, well, shout out to Shelby for joining us today. That was great to hear her take on it and to get some perspective. I really appreciate her taking the time. And hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was I feel like it's a short one, but it was a fun one.
Yeah, it was
Um,
over an hour, but yeah,
okay, okay.
plenty. What do you want? We got to pee.
There you go. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please like, share, or subscribe. Those are the best things you can do for us. If you have a comment, please don't be afraid to leave those comments. And if there's any ideas or suggestions or things that you would like to hear us talk about, please, by all means, let us know. And we'll
Oh,
see
hey,
you.
wait, dude, we gotta give a shout out. I just learned one of the sisters, one of the twins, Ernestine, just beat breast cancer.
Oh, all right. Well, shout
Yeah,
out to
so
Ernestine.
yeah. Yeah, no
Congratulations.
joke. It does suck, but looks like she's on the mend.
Okay. Well, we want to say get well to
And
you.
her sister's
And
one of our biggest supporters on the podcast.
oh, awesome. So, Ernestine, I want to say congratulations to you. And we wish you continued health. And yeah, I hope you're feeling well and hope you recover soon. So, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. That's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele. And this is Spitball. Peace.